Alright, so in this video what I'm wanting to do is I'm wanting to show you how to do corrugated ribbing, which is this ribbing over here. You use two colors. Well, I've actually used three, but I'm not going to show you how to do this one. This you just alternated your red, but just the two colors is what I'm going to show you, your black and your red, but I'm going to just do it in the blue and the green. But it's pretty easy. You just have to be very aware of the stitches that you put on. You have to have a number that can be divided into half, and then that number needs to be able to be divided into two. So for example, if you took 90 can divide into two equally, which is 45 and 45, but 45 can't be divided into half. So that's where we have a problem. So if you went with 96 stitches would work, because 96 divided by 2 is 45, 46 is 48, and then 48 can be divided equally, which is 24. So 96 would work. So you just have to be aware of that when you do the stitch, otherwise you end up doing quite a bit of unpicking because this doesn't line up. You don't have 2, 2, 2. So just so you know that you do need two different colors. I've got the green and I've got the blue, and as I say, this is just a demonstration. I'm not showing you to do anything. And then I'm just going to cast on some stitches, and then I'll show you how to do it. So what I did was I just knitted my first two stitches, okay, and then I brought in my bringing in my new yarn. Now all that I'm doing is I'm just going to wrap this around the blue, whichever way you want to, it doesn't matter. I'm just wrapping it around. I'm just wrapping it around like that, just so that it doesn't make a big hole. So there's no other reason to it, so don't worry if you can't do it, but that's what I'm doing now. I'm going to take my green and I'm putting it in the purl position. Just leave your blue here, and I'm going to purl the next two, because I knitted those two in the blue. Now I do two purls in the green. Okay. Now the one thing that you do have to remember is bring this back to your knitting position, because if you leave it here you're going to have a problem over there. So just keep remembering to bring this one back. Now if you don't hold yours together, just take your blue strand and you're going to knit two. So you can just stretch this out a little bit. Sorry, I've got this is the new yarn that I introduced over there, and this is my normal blue, and there's my green. So all that you do now, stretch your blue over and knit two. Okay, drop that one, and we're going to use the green. You're going to, however you want to do it. I do it differently, but I'm showing you the easy way. Now remember, you have to pull, so you've got to bring that there, and you're going to pull these two, and then bring it back into the knit position. Take your blue and just do your two knit, and you don't want to pull this blue too hard, because else you're going to pucker these stitches. And then you're going to knit two in the blue, and then let me just turn all my stitches around. The first row is always really tight. Okay, and then you're going to take your green. You're going to take your green yarn and bring it to the purl position, and don't forget to purl them. See, I'm wanting to just go ahead and knit. And then you purl those two and bring it back into your knit position. And this is all that you do. This is all that you do. Knit these two, drop it, take your purl, and purl the next two. So do that for your next, do this all the way until you get back to your mark, and I'll meet you back here. I'm coming to the end of this row now, and this is where you will be glad if you did your stitches correctly, because I've got two blue now, and then see why I'm saying your stitches have to be correct. These two will be green, and yes, mine have worked. Whoops, it's just where I joined them, it's a little loose, and bring that back there. So now you can understand what I'm saying. You got to have your green and your blue next to each other, because if I ended with two blue, I sit with 4 in the blue, which you don't want to have happen. So just make sure your stitches are correct, as I've had to pull out many times, believe me, until I realized, oh my word. And that's when I realized, okay, let's be smart. So anyway, so this is all you're going to do, guys. Now you're going to go with the blue again, and you're going to do your 2 blue, and where you've joined it you can pull your back threads and it'll tighten it. So 2 blue and then 2 green again. So you're doing your green on top of the greens and your blues on top of the blues, and that's what gives you that look. So all my blues are knitted and my greens are pulled, and they are on top of each other, and that's what gives you the corrugated rib look. So now it's blue. And as I say, if you want to do it the way I did the other one, you just alternate your green. You would just change your green halfway and change it to a different color, and it just vamps it up a little bit. But yeah, that's starting to get your look to it. You got to do a few rows before you can actually see your corrugated. But yeah, 2 knit and 2 pull, and that's all that you do, and you just keep doing that all the way around until it's the length that you want it. And yeah, that's all that you do. I'm hoping that that's helped you. And as I say, this is what you will get. This is actually a hat, in case you were wondering what I'm actually showing you. I made it with my little kitty cat, his name Pom Pom. I changed it a bit up there, but that's, like I said, this is where I changed my yarn. I went from the red and then I changed it over to that color, and this is just on a bigger needle, so it's a little bit looser than that. But yeah, that's all that you do. You knit 2, you pull 2. That's basically all that you do. So I hope that this video has helped you and that you join me in my next one. Thanks so much. Bye.